My music taste and the way that I listen to music has slowly been dying, it feels like, for the past few years. If you're anything like me and you have a monkey brain, then most of these apps nowadays that let you play music and that you pay a subscription to use is kind of ruining your relationship with the music that you do listen to, which is exactly why I caved into nostalgia and decided to spend $50 on eBay and buy an iPod. So my monkey brain is horrible. I get distracted so easily, and that's one of the main reasons why Spotify or Apple Music as of late has been getting more and more frustrating for me to even use and to deal with, especially once they started adding audiobooks or whatever else it is. You've got videos, you've got TikTok Reels, it feels like, already on the app that you just listen to music with. I don't have, it feels like, the willpower to even get through this stuff to find the song that I want to listen to in the first place or get to the playlist that I want to listen to. And so it's been pretty trendy lately to decentralize your smartphone and look like a hipster because now you carry an iPod from like 2005. I picked this thing up off of eBay for $50. It's the 5th generation, and it also came with a brand new battery. I believe that this model specifically is much easier to access the battery because of the way it's built, which is why these are the most popular if you're trying to get an iPod Classic. Part of the reason why I did pick this thing up was for the nostalgia, obviously. But what I didn't realize is that this thing would save my relationship with music. Most of the reason why this is happening is because now I have to go through the process of putting songs on here and picking and choosing a lot more carefully what I'm placing on my iPod and what I'm actually listening to. Just the act of going through music and songs on YouTube and albums that I want to listen to and stripping them away or finding ways to download them super legally, of course, has been really fun. And it's also been something that makes me excited to listen to the music because I'm putting in, it feels like, a little bit more effort to listen to these songs. And then whenever I go onto my iPod and try to listen to them, I'm, for whatever reason, a little bit more connected with the music. And I honestly find myself wanting to sit down and listen to the song. That's how bad my attention span has been lately with listening to music. Like, I'll get in the car, and if I'm using Spotify or Apple Music, if I'm using a playlist or if I'm listening to a specific artist, I feel like I'm spamming through songs, bro. I don't even listen to the entire song half the time. And I don't even know what I want to listen to. I don't really care what I want to listen to. And it's pretty bad. But then when I use this thing and I have songs loaded up on here that I specifically put on the iPod, I find myself sitting with the songs, sitting with the music more, and just overall being more patient, because you kind of have to be if you're going to use this thing. And on top of that, I put the work and the effort to get the songs on this iPod in the first place. So I'm going to be more inclined to actually listen to the music that I put. It's also really nice to have access to like Nujabes and other songs that aren't maybe specifically on Spotify. Like, I listen to a lot of Nintendo OST whenever I'm trying to get work done or like be productive or have schoolwork to do, and I'll just throw that in on the background, and it's actually really nice. And I can use this for all of it. I can listen to any type of genre that I want, and I can also have video game music or songs that aren't on streaming platforms. I can chuck those on here as well. So that is a huge plus for me, because a lot of the songs I listen to aren't even on Spotify or Apple Music. And there's no distractions, bro. Whenever I'm trying to go to a song, not only do I get to use this amazing scroll wheel thing that is just, it's just so satisfying to actually use, but I don't have to go through menus upon playlists, upon songs, upon ads. I'm getting merch recommendations on certain apps. I'm getting video recommendations. I mean, it's not even like about the music anymore. It feels like it's just everything encompassed into one on the apps. Meanwhile, if you use an iPod, it's pretty much just about listening to the songs, bro. Like, you can't go anywhere else. You have to go to the music, you know? The battery life on this thing is pretty great too. It lasts me, I want to say, most of the week. I only have to recharge it like once every couple of days, which is sweet. So overall, you should be good if you're carrying this with you. But speaking of carrying this thing around with you, dude, it's actually not a fun experience. As much as I enjoy looking like a hipster and like I'm super different, pulling out an iPod instead of my phone, this thing is chunky, bro. Like, fitting this in your pocket isn't hard, but it's heavy. And if you're also carrying it with an actual phone, and not just a dumb phone, it's just stupid. Like, I feel like an idiot sometimes whenever I have both of these in my pockets, which is why if I was to do this whole thing over again, I would definitely get the iPod Nano. And while that has less storage, I think it only has like 16 gigs and this one has 60 gigs, which it's still a lot of music. I think 16 gigs is like 800 to like 1200 songs. So I don't know how much music you're trying to put on your iPod, but that should be enough for me. But the iPod Nano is so much smaller and it also has Bluetooth, so you don't have to use your wired headphones, which is a big factor because if you have Bluetooth headphones or AirPods, then you're basically gonna have to throw those away and just use the corded ones here, which do actually sound a lot better. These wired headphones from Apple are actually really great. I'm not an audiophile by any means, but they sound so much better than what feels like 90% of headphones out there. And they're only like 30 bucks and you can just wrap them around your iPod for that classic feel. But yeah, man, carrying this thing around can get very annoying really fast. So if you don't have a backpack or anything, I don't know how practical this is. I also think there's an argument to be made that maybe I just was being an idiot with Spotify and Apple Music, and I should be more intentional whenever I'm using those apps to make better playlists. And I don't know, just try a little bit harder to listen to music more intentionally on those apps. But the problem is that they're just so distracting. You kind of have to like fight through the weeds and get through all of the stuff that's getting thrown at your face to listen to music more intentionally. And I noticed that I don't even want to do that whenever I'm out and about or when I'm trying to listen to music. It's like I'm already it feels like distracted. So then I'll load up my phone and try and pick a song, and half the time I don't even remember what the hell I'm trying to actually listen to. So I end up just being like, okay, I'll just listen to the same artist that I listened to before because it's way easier to not think about it. But yeah, that has been my experience with the iPod so far. It has saved my relationship with music. That's not just like an overstatement. I definitely think I want to listen to music a lot more when this thing is around. I actually get excitement when it comes to listening to certain songs, especially when I listen to it on here. And the audio sounds so good with this thing. It's just a much better experience for listening to music because this is the only thing that can do that. It doesn't do anything else. It just listens to music, bro. This is it. So yeah, it's been kind of trendy to use an iPod. I thought it was stupid at first, and then the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to get an iPod. Maybe this will benefit you if you've been struggling with your relationship with music like myself. And I definitely recommend this for anybody who enjoys finding their songs and making things a little bit more personal for them instead of having some algorithm try and throw them a couple of songs, which I'm not here to just take a dump on all the apps for listening to music. I definitely think there's benefits to those things as well. But for the most part, an iPod, it's just so hard to go wrong, bro. But yeah, welcome to the new channel. This is the first video I've ever made on this channel where I'm going to talk about personal growth, cool tech that I really like and enjoy using, and just whatever else I feel like talking about. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Maybe go get an iPod if you want to get hit with a huge orgasm of nostalgia, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.